is good, YouTube, man? We're gonna be reacting to the dumbest TikTok trends ever to exist. Let's get into this video, man. Jesus loves all boys and girls. Let's get into it. Okay, you could talk. No, hold up. Cause I'm gonna have to talk in some like I'm gonna have to say something. So.
Dumbest TikTok trends to ever exist. The Benadryl challenge was a challenge where people would basically take on a Benadryl. Now, why were they doing this? Because apparently
Benadryl challenge, bro. You just want death, bro.
Exactly what happened to a young girl who did this challenge. The blackout challenge, aka the choke game, was a challenge where people would basically make themselves stop breathing so that they would pass out unconscious. I'm not making this up. This was a real thing. It didn't directly start on TikTok, but this trend made it more popular on the app. And surprise, 7 kids died trying to do this challenge. The Cha-Cha Slide Challenge was a challenge where people would film themselves driving to the Cha-Cha Slide. Whenever the song went to the left or to the right, you would basically swerve your car in that direction. And hella people would just straight up swerve right in the middle of traffic. The amount of dogs that got into a car accident doing this challenge is insane. The Penny Challenge was a challenge where people would put a coin on the prongs of a phone charger as it was still plugged into an outlet. Now, the point of doing this was to try and get a little shock. But in case you didn't know, that causes the outlet to explode and can set your house on fire. And some kids were dumb enough to do this in their school. In March 2020, people started the coronavirus challenge where they would try to get COVID by licking the most random doorknobs, handrails, toilet seats. Nothing was off limits for these Yes, it worked. People got COVID from this. It also resulted in many people getting things much worse than COVID. Don't lick random shit, people. The Skull Breaker challenge was a challenge with
Yo, if any, hey, I know I'm a emoji man of God, but if anybody try this on me, if anybody try to skull breaker on me, I'm not gonna be the only one that skull. The only one that skull is gonna be broken. Hey, I'm gonna see where you at personally. Hey, and I'm gonna share the love of Christ with you. I wouldn't hit you. I wouldn't do none of that. Hey, let's really be honest. Y'all know who I am, chat. Y'all already know.
3 people would jump up in the air at the same time, and they would kick the feet underneath of the person in the middle. The point of this was to send the person falling back and hit their head. Oh, and surprise, surprise, some fucks got a concussion from doing it. Who would have thought something called the Skull Breaker Challenge would go wrong? The NyQuil Chicken Challenge was a challenge where people would cook raw chicken in cough syrup. Not only is this straight up nasty as fuck, but it's also extremely dangerous. For one, you should not be ingesting that much cough syrup. You're not a SoundCloud rapper. And when you boil cough syrup, you release a lot of aerosol. And you know what happens when you inhale too much aerosol? You could
people just want death right now. Bro, just read Matthew, Luke, and John. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. You don't have to you don't gotta rush read it. Just take your time with reading it. It will change your life. Hey, it changed mine. It will change your life, I'm telling you. Hey, but I'm not forcing anything on you. Hey.
Fucking die! The Slap a Teacher challenge is, well, pretty self-explanatory. Just casually assaulting teachers for shit and giggles. Now, TikTok tried to spread the narrative that this trend was a hoax at first, but that didn't stop a bunch of dumbasses from actually doing this. And surprise, surprise, it resulted in someone getting jail time. The DIY Fang challenge was a challenge where people were making their own vampire fangs for Halloween. But rather than just putting them on their teeth like normal people, they were fucking super gluing them on! I'm not making this up. People were actually super gluing vampire fangs onto their teeth for a trend. The Throw It in the Air challenge was a challenge where people would stand in a circle, stare at their phone, throw an object into the air.
Bro, I'm telling y'all, one time, bro. So I remember I was at my cousin's house, right? He didn't have a splat ball gun at this time, so it was a hard cold bottle, bro. And it was spin a bottle, and whoever it lands on, they gotta pick it up, and the other people gotta run, and you gotta throw it at them. Why did I get stuck in the head with it, bro? Oh, bro, the pain that bro, I hit I got mad and I threw the ball and on the ground, straight hit my head. Oh, I felt like I had a concussion. Not even gonna lie.
And then try not to flinch as it hit them. Now, you think that for this challenge, people would throw really light objects so that they don't get hurt, right? No, not at all. People were throwing fucking heavy-ass objects into the air. One group did this challenge with a fucking ladder, But you know, this challenge does seem really, really fun. If you want to get a fucking concussion, the Pee Your Pants challenge was a challenge where people would, well, pee their pants. Now, why were people doing this? I have no fucking idea. The Poop challenge was a challenge where people would take their poop and then Nah, bro, I'm skipping this one. The put a flammable liquid onto a mirror and then set it on fire. And apparently doing this would make the fire create a really cool shape. Ah, yes, a trend where young children set a fire in their house. Nothing could possibly go wrong from that. No, nothing at all. The hot water challenge was a challenge where people would literally pour boiling water on themselves. Yes, people literally poured boiling water on themselves. I am not making this shit up. And of course, there were kids that got severe burns because they were stupid enough to do this trend. Look, I get that they're kids and stuff, but
see, like, bro, I'm like, me personally, I probably wouldn't let my kid have the internet or like be able to be on the internet until you at least 12, bro. Nah, I'd say about 13, because why are you pouring boiling hot water on your head? Oh! You just, never mind. Just never mind.
It's boiling water. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen? The teeth filing challenge was a challenge where people would use a nail file to shorten their teeth. And it works. Only if you know what you're doing. But most people on this app are stupid as fuck and do not know what they're doing. So most people ended up making their teeth look demonic as fuck. The people who did this trend out here looking like Jaws and shit. Is it really that hard to go to a dentist, people? Now, I'm sure most of you remember the frozen honey challenge. You basically put some honey in a bottle, you freeze it, and then boom, you got a tasty snack. Now, there's nothing wrong with this challenge if you only ate a little bit of the honey. But so many people were just straight down chugging all of this honey. And you know what that gives you? One straight ticket to the worst diarrhea of your life, baby girl. There was a beauty trend going around for a while where people would use Gorilla Glue to apply things like eyelashes, nails, etc. And some people were dumb enough to put this in their hair. You know, a place where you kind of shouldn't put fucking Gorilla Glue on. They put a big fat label on the bottle telling you not to put the shit on your skin for a reason. It's an extremely strong adhesive that's meant for things like stone, wood, and glass. It's not a fucking beauty product. Another dumb beauty hack trend was the face wax challenge where people would put loads of wax all over their face and then peel it off. Now, in general, there's nothing wrong with waxing your face. It's a great way to get clear skin. But this shit was so over the top and covered your entire face, including the eyes. Not a good idea. Your skin is pretty easy to peel off, and I'm sure you like it on your face where it belongs. Another dumbass beauty hack was one where a bunch of wannabe Kylie Jenners put erection cream on their lips to make them more puffy.
Nah, bro. After everybody saw Speed do it, everybody started doing it, bro. Y'all know what was gonna happen. Why would y'all do this, bro? See, like, y'all want BBL lips and stuff, bro. Oh! Lock in.
And while it does technically work, it's a very stupid thing to do. It's called erection cream and not lip filler cream for a reason. Experts say that doing something like this can cause pretty serious side effects, such as soreness, swelling, blisters, fluctuations in blood pressure. Oh, and how can I forget? Heart problems. Nutmeg challenge was a challenge where people would eat high amounts of nutmeg because apparently it would get you high. Now, why is doing this such a stupid idea? Because eating that much nutmeg can cause very serious health effects, such as seizures, organ failure, and death. How could we forget the milk crate challenge? The challenge where people would try and climb over a pyramid of milk crates. The people doing this trend were practically begging to...
I only saw a couple people complete the milk crate challenge. Bro. Like, bro, if you go back to 2021 and see how many people, bro, fell off and got injured because of this, bro, it's crazy, bro. It's wild, chat. I'm not even gonna lie.
To get their necks broken. Milk crates are very weak and extremely durable. They're not exactly designed for people to walk on them. The amount of people that actually got themselves injured from doing this fucking trend is not even funny. TikTok literally had to ban all of the videos and the trend because of how fucking dumb people were being. For the fire trend, people would put a flammable liquid on their body and then set themselves on fire. Now, originally, people were just doing simple stuff like hand sanitizer, and if you know how to do it right, it can make a really cool trick. But people on this app were being fucking stupid and using liquids like gasoline. Now you're probably thinking, oh, there's no way people were dumb enough to do that. Oh, no. People were dumb enough to do that, sweetheart. There was a trend where people would mix jelly, hand sanitizer, bleach, and shaving cream in a Ziploc bag and hold it up to their eye, thinking that it would change their eye color. And people genuinely believed that this worked. Now, baby girl, I hate to break it to you, but a bunch of random-ass items from CVS does not change your eye color. The art of fractal wood burning had its own trend on TikTok for a while. This is an art of designing wood that uses a very high voltage tool and should only be done by professionals. Because if you fuck up, there can be very bad consequences, like setting your house on fire, which is exactly how multiple people who tried this died. The Kia challenge was a challenge where people would break into cars and steal them. People would post themselves hot wiring a car and then taking off with it. And for some reason, people were specifically stealing Kias and Hondas. This fucking trend alone caused Kia and Honda thefts to skyrocket over 2,500%. Committing auto theft for a TikTok trend. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is next? The rob a bank challenge? And how could we forget the devious lick trend? A trend where people were just stealing the most random shit from the
Chat, bro. I don't know if this devious lick, but like kids were literally, they will, bro. Chat. Hey, if y'all like kids will like in elementary school, kids will literally go to the kids will literally go to the urinals and take the meanest dumps in the urinal. They, bro, and while I'm in middle school, bro, kids will literally put water in a soap dispenser. So when you try to do the soap thing, water will come out, bro.
their schools that they could find. These kids were somehow stealing the most random and insane items. Water fountains, toilets, the pet lizard, the projector. Someone somehow stole the smart board. Even the fucking fire extinguisher. People were just stealing the most random shit. People somehow stole the school bus. It got so bad that so many schools had to lock up their stuff so that these dumbass kids wouldn't steal it. They did a scalp popping challenge. People would rip out a piece of their hair to try and make a scalp popping effect, which is a pretty fucking easy way to cause bleeding or get a sore on your head. And ripping out your own hair kind of fucking hurts, so maybe don't do it. A lot of influencers were ingesting fish tank cleaner because they believed that it would reverse aging. And they also believe it had all these beneficial effects like enhancing your memory and boosting your metabolism. And I don't know where the fuck they got this information from, but it cannot be any more bullshit. Yeah, all you're gonna get from ingesting this stuff is blue-colored poop. For the corn drill challenge, people would put a piece of corn on a drill and spin it as they tried to eat it. Now, doing this is a pretty easy way to eat your corn really fast, but it's also a really easy way to break your fucking teeth. Just think a lot of people actually know just how dangerous the inhaling helium challenge is. When you inhale helium, your body displaces oxygen. You know, that thing you kind of need to live, and this can cause people to experience nausea, lightheadedness, or passing out. Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, like on balloons and stuff, like I used to really suck out helium just to talk, but it will just last for like a couple of seconds. I'm not even gonna lie, but it is bad for y'all. Don't try that.
Oh, and fucking death. The Angel of Death challenge, people would literally jump in front of moving cars and trucks. And they did this to test if the vehicles would actually stop for them. And no, this was not in America. It was actually in Indonesia. And surprise, surprise, people died from this shit. For the Orbeez challenge, people would literally go around and blast random people with Orbeez like a menace. Which is all...
Nah, like, bro. I'm glad, like, the Orbeez didn't even hurt like that. But it's just like, it just keep hitting you like that. When I was younger, bro, them Orbeez used to hurt. But, like, now, them junk do not hurt at all. Like, them are really, like, toy guns. But, bro, please, I'm telling y'all, stay away from them BB guns. If you get hit with a BB gun, like an automatic BB gun, you're cooked, bro. GG's. I'm not even gonna lie. Metal or plastic.
Already a stupid idea alone, but some people were stupid enough to make their Orbeez gun look like an actual firearm. Yeah, that's a pretty easy way to get yourself in jail for life. Why the actual...
Romans 8:18, and if Christ be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the spirit is life because of righteousness. Hey, when you come to Christ, your old flesh, your old self is dead. It's no more of your old self. I know sometimes it's hard to resist some old temptations that the devil try to hit you with. I know. Bro, I know. I'm not perfect. I dealt with that before. But it's just denying your old self and picking up your cross daily. I repent. I gotta repent every single day because, yeah, sin just attacked me like that. But, hey, Jesus loves y'all, boys and girls. Thank y'all so much for watching 3S Nation for Life. Peace.